Don't worry, we won't cry too loud or demand your attention in the crowd. Because we're good victims, and why would we want that when we are told every day that if we say something, we're a brat who's seeking attention from a traumatic event that you mention, and all our friends come in to host an intervention to help us, know their comprehension of our situation. The language they use to get you into bed so they can abuse, hey you want to screw bang Naomi? Every single thing that comes out of a mouth when talking about sex is so violent. I mean, no wonder so many girls don't want to talk about the subject. And I'm sure by now I've lost your attention because yes, this is another rape poem invention. But let me tell you something and ask you, has it ever occurred to you why? Why there are so many rape poems in this world? Well, maybe there wouldn't be this many if men had all just used their brains and been told not to sexualize every woman who walks down that lane. And now I'm sitting in a waiting room, waiting for the news to bloom, to see whether the man at the party last night that we invited into our home, because hey, we were stupid enough to let this guy in we had known for 13 years because we thought he was kind. And then when the party was over and the guests were all getting into their Range Rovers, you gave us soda that we thought was actually more vodka. And then when we were so drunk we couldn't say no or defend ourselves, that's when you made your move and helped yourself. And then I woke up and I saw the bed sheet stained. I tried to get up, but then I remembered I was chained. And only then did I really start to panic. Were you coming back to fix me like a mechanic? Or keep me quiet with another bottle of wine? Was it your blood? Or was it mine? And when we call the police to report what has happened to us, they tell us to come into the station so they can discuss, not caring that we can barely walk because of our thighs and everything below our waist hurts because of how violent our rapist was. And it's funny because we're collaborating with the police because the cops are supposedly so good at supporting victims and catching rapists. But then how come when we walk into the station, they look us up and down and ask if that was what we were wearing at the location, as if implying that it was our fault, and then we can't hold it together anymore, so we end up crying. And then of course a male young officer comes to our aid. And I'm getting real tired of slut-shaming slogans. Why do you think you have the right to do that? But I'm sorry, I'm starting to not sound like a brat, but an actual woman who is tired of being treated like property by every male who sees her. And you know what? You say you don't refer to a victim of rape as a slut, not now, not ever, but then you see that girl you see every day who keeps getting fatter, but she's not fat, but that doesn't matter, because if you come close and look, you'll see she's not a victim of rape. And people go around and joke about consent. Oh, you don't have my consent to talk. You don't know what you're talking about. Consent is a basic human right. You're supposed to be role models we look up to, and yet you're walking away from what is true. And it's ironic when you say real men don't rape. Oh shit, it must have been a ghost then. If you really believe real men don't rape, you're kidding yourself as well as your mates. Rape is a 4-letter word. Who knew something with 4 letters could mean something so painful and so disgusting?